Think of the history of how great changes came about. Those that marched in London in the 19th century were abused, beaten, trampled down because they were Chartists. They won 50 years later pretty well everything they were demanding. Those that had the vision of rights and votes for women before the First World War eventually won by their determination and their bravery. Those that had a vision in the desperate days of the 1920s and 1930s, after the defeat of the general strike, of a society where there was healthcare as a human right, free at the point of use. They won that, not that many years later. So my message is, as Tony Benn often reminded me, that political change comes from popular movements, comes from people. It doesn't come from MPs sitting around a table in the tea room of the House of Commons saying, equality, that'd be a good idea. Human rights, brilliant. No, it comes because of popular movements outside. So surely it's time for our movement, our labour movement, to rediscover its roots, the strength of trade unions, not treating trade unions like an embarrassing uncle who turns up every Christmas and can't wait for him to go. Instead, trade unions as part of our community and part of our society. On Saturday, fantastic crowd there, fantastic spirit there. There might not be too many pits left in Durham, Thatcher saw to that, but that spirit is there. The gala is bigger than ever, just as Tolpuddle next Sunday will be bigger than ever, just as Burston in September will be bigger than ever. There is a tradition on which we march, a tradition of community and solidarity. And so, in London, we have a different and a bigger city. Tomorrow morning is going to be a debate on housing in the House of Commons, housing in London. And I'll be quite simply saying this. We've had enough of the speculators coming into London to buy up property off book and keep it empty in order to use it as a cash machine for the future.